Hey everybody, it's Lavender Town, and today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my Disney Redraw series. I'm going to be taking the very first Disney princess, Snow White, who was designed originally in 1948, and I'm taking her into 2017 with a really cute new outfit, and basically I'm going to try to make it look like the same character with similar colors and motifs to the original story, but if she was born in modern day. So let's get started. Because this is another outfit-based redraw, I'm starting with a base. Basically, it's like making a little doll underneath so that you can just focus on drawing the outfit when that time comes. Bases get a pretty bad rap on the online drawing community, but actually if you're making them yourself, there's really nothing wrong with them. You're basically just drawing in two different steps. And I really find it helps me focus on one part of the drawing over another, because when you're trying to draw anatomy and posing through fabric, it's actually a lot harder than having the body already figured out underneath and then drawing the clothes on top. I also decided with this particular redraw that I would draw her original outfit in my style so that it can stand next to her instead of having like this reference picture that I ripped off of Google. I just think it'll look nicer, and you'll be able to see directly the differences I changed that don't have to do with my style and just have to do with the conscious design decisions that I was making. You'll notice that the eye is pretty big, especially compared to the Disney style. I prefer to watch people draw in their own original styles, and I just assume that's generally what you guys like to see. But if you would like to see me draw in some other very prominent artist styles, you can check out my Styles Challenge video. And yeah, I'm probably going to do another one of those soon. So if you have an artist you'd like to see me draw in the style of, let me know, because I'm still doing a bit of research for that. While I'm working on the base, I'm trying to think about all the things that make Snow White, what separates her from the other princesses, and what separates her as a film character in general. So the main traits about Snow White are that she's hardworking, she's a very innocent type of character, a little bit naive, you should not take fruit from strangers, and she's also generally just a very cheerful, childlike character, so I'm trying to maintain that and not make her too saucy. And you'll see I'm going to do a little trick here in a second to make sure that she's staying symmetrical. I'm literally just duplicating that leg, flipping it over, and putting it on the other side, erasing any overlap. I'm a firm believer that cheats like these are not only a huge relief to an artist, but also kind of necessary. It's much better to have her have actually symmetrical legs than to struggle and have her legs be asymmetrical, so it's something I recommend. And again, she has skin as white as snow, so I'm going real pale, paler than even the original Disney design. She also has brown eyes, which I sampled directly from my reference. While I get into the more subtle painting and shading of her face, I'm trying to remember how she was described in the original fairy tale. So I'm giving her nice red cheeks and red lips, and overall just trying to make her look a bit more alive and more detailed before I start getting into the outfits. I like this sort of tawny pink color. It looks a lot more natural, and I'm redoing her lips because they look too much like she's got black lipstick on, which is not the look we want. I was struggling so much with it I decided to just start from scratch, which is something I also recommend. If you're struggling over one part of your drawing over and over again, it's better to just completely get rid of that part and start anew. And I'm giving her big shiny eyes because she's such a hopeful and sort of traditionally Disney kind of character. So now that the base is done, I am duplicating it, flipping it, and suddenly we have two little Snow Whites standing next to each other. I give them enough space so that I can play around with their outfits without worrying about bumping into each other. And then I start on my traditional Snow White, the one that will stand next to our new Snow White and sort of show the differences between the two. I realized something while I was drawing the traditional Snow White's hair that I had never noticed before, and I don't know why, but it had never occurred to me that her hair was actually styled after the modern popular styles of the time that she was born in. And by born I mean designed in. She has like 1950s style hair, and I'd never put that together before, but it's totally at the time of her creation, that would be considered a modern hairstyle. It has nothing to do with the original time and hairstyles of the original story, which I actually found super interesting because that was something I complained about a lot in my Elsa redraw. I thought it was really off-putting that Elsa was designed in a way that made her look like modern styled, with the slit up her leg and this shiny purple eyeshadow, but now that I've started to realize that that's something Disney has been doing for a long time, it actually bothers me a lot less. I'm not sure why, it just kind of, I don't know, it lends some legitimacy to it, like this is actually the Disney formula and wasn't just sort of a snap decision to sell more dolls. But it's still something I'm sort of thinking over. It's just such an interesting thing to blend modern styles into something that's supposed to look so classic. But I think in Snow White's case it really works, and I'm starting to even warm up to Elsa's version of that. So in Snow White's hand I put the apple, of course, and with that the original design is done. Now on to the modern one. So with this one, my very first thought, for some reason, was baby bangs. I really feel like she would be the type of girl who would have like a cute, quirky kind of bob. The sort of thing you typically see in a manic pixie dream girl, so-called. I just think it would really suit her and be quite cute, especially with her super dark hair. I decided to keep her hair short so that the overall silhouette of her would stay the same. Next, on to the clothes. Again, I wanted the silhouette to stay pretty much the same, and lucky for me, it's actually quite popular to have high-waisted skirts now, so that's what I'm replacing her dress with. I'm giving her a nice, cute, yellow, high-waisted skirt with a little belt. I also wanted to replicate her little weird cowl collar thing, and I thought the best way to do that in the modern day was to give her a sweatshirt. The hood would puff up around her neck and look very similar to her old-fashioned collar. I'm taking those little red pleats at the top of her cap sleeves in her original design, and I'm putting them towards the bottom of her sleeves. I just thought that would be a cute way to sort of move it in a way that looked more modern. I'm also giving her a little blue crop top. I see a lot of girls who still wear bows on the top of her head, but just for the sake of changing it, I put them to the side. I'm also giving her Converse. It's very timeless kind of look, and it is also very modern. I feel like it would work well with her design. I also decided to give her those animal stockings that you see. A lot of the times you see them with little bears or little bunnies, but in her case I thought a little bird would be good because she's often shown with songbirds. Up next is my hilarious joke. Not really, but basically I'm putting an Apple phone in her hand. I think in a modern retelling of Snow White it would be great if the evil queen gave her like a virus on her phone or something and it would be like she'd poisoned her apple. Do you get it? Oh, that's a terrible joke. Anyway, so I gave her a little iPhone because of course that's modern and it has an apple on it, so I had to. Now I'm just mostly sampling all of the colors from the original design and putting them in various places throughout the outfit that I made her. I'm trying to keep it as close as I can to the original without it looking too costumey. To be honest, if I could make an outfit like this, I would love to take it to Disneyland. I think it would be super cute. Even though it doesn't match the colors of her outfit quite as well, I thought I'd do a pale blue on her stockings just to reinforce that these are like the little songbirds that she lets perch on her finger and that she sings to. And I thought I could also continue that motif down at her feet with those little Converse wings you see from time to time. I gave her the rose gold iPhone just because I think she's girly enough to like that, and also because I really want one. That's not a very good reason design-wise, but it's a reason. I'm adding more little accents and things just to make it look cute and make it look a little bit more detailed. I was gonna give her a choker, but I thought that might be a little bit too hardcore for her. You gotta remember that even if she's modern, she still is Snow White. I gave her a tiny bit of extra makeup too, because in the modern age we tend to wear a bit more makeup, and I thought she would look super cool with a bit of eyeshadow that was also red, like so many of the parts of her design. And with that, our modern Snow White is completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I found it very fun to make, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. I'm really enjoying making more than one a week. I hope I can keep that up. And I also made a little coloring page of this because people have been asking for it. So if you go into the description, you will find a uncolored version of the line art that you can print out and color if you would like, or take it into your drawing program of choice and recolor it if you would like. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Big thank you to my patrons, including Muffins McGee, Paynamel, Adrian Delport, Chartype, Den, Brock, Juan Alvarez, Blah 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 Blah, Adrian Morales, at Live Likes to Draw, and Kate Meekins. Thank you so much for your support.